All right. So, yeah, it's been a crazy 2 or 3 days, guys. I've had a lot of thoughts and a lot of emotions and pertaining to voices leaving the hive and deciding to go the route she has. And I wrote my thoughts out when I was going over one of the lives today. So, my message to voices: we accepted you in when you had nowhere to go. You yourself have said that your existence in life would be miserable without the internet, YouTube, and the people you interact with here. Queen knew a little of your past and was still open to allowing you on her panel, as you had never done anything to her personally. She gave you that chance. It was day after day of shit being thrown up to her about you being there. Day after day of her channel being attacked for her giving you grace. Day after day of people coming into Queen's chats in droves to call you out. Who stood up for you, Queen in the Hive? Who helped you to behave accordingly, Queen in the Hive? Who held you accountable when you would leave the hive and go say gross real life shit about other people on your other DC panel, Queen in the Hive? Who helped make you aware of how things you say can hurt people, Queen in the Hive? If you ask me, being part of the hive is what made you a better person, at least for the time being. You are such a shitty human being that being with the hive was hard for you. You said yourself that you were tired of not being able to be yourself with the hive. Having morals is hard for you. Doing the right thing is hard for you. You say that is what you were trying to do now, that you couldn't live with feeling like a hypocrite even though Jonesing could. I hate to break it to you, but everything you're doing now is just that, hypocritical. At first, you did things somewhat right. You were mad at Ellie, in turn being mad at anyone else who's seen the autopsy photos of Gannon, and you decided to leave the hive. Fine. That's your prerogative. It took a week, a whole week, for you to bring up the private StreamYard that you were in with me and the supposed private messages between you and Queen. I'll give it to you. That was shocking. Considering all of your past history with other communities, they weren't allowed that grace period before the real shitty you came out. So I guess maybe thank you for that? I don't know. When your shitty self couldn't handle being a decent human anymore, the first thing you do is run to enemies of Queen. Leak out tiny bits of false information to Laura. Today you got on Dolly's panel. Yup, that's right. Anyone who didn't know, she sure did. And what did you do, voices? Well, as I'm sure most of you can already figure that answer out, she lied. What goes on in private should stay that way, which is why she has never been allowed into private DMs, private StreamYards, or Discord before the night of my breakdown or after. We all knew you couldn't be trusted. I had a brief lapse in judgment and allowed you in there. You leaving the hive doesn't hurt us. The lies you were telling when you leave is what hurts us. I hope you take a beat, take a moment, and realize how much Queen in the Hive helped you to be a better person. No matter how much you try to convince people otherwise now. The nerve of you to sit your ass on a panel day in and day out and support Queen, the Hive, myself, the Hippie Hut, support everything we said, support what we called out, supported the stopping of tragedy pimping, even changing your own opinions to match ours. You did this for 10 months. And then to leave the hive and go to Laura's panel, Dolly's panel, and condemn me for my vulnerable moment and condemn Queen for her past shows that you are the hypocrite, leading a sad, hypocritical life where no one wants you around or even to know you. The hive and the hippie hut will not be responding to your lies anymore. So your need and want for attention will not be met. I hope you sit and bounce on that bitch.